Okay, so it looks like it's working, although it looks a little weird because the width isn't being set properly. So what I'm gonna do is jump back here and disable this slideshow real quick by commenting it out so we can measure the width of a slide. I'll refresh. Now, our slides are now being bumped down because they're now being wrapped in list item tags, which are block elements by default. That's okay. We'll just do a quick measurement here of the width. So remember, we have a little bit of margin on each side. So let's say it's about 500 pixels wide. So let's start with that. I'll go back to the browser and I'll remove the commenting out, and then we'll set the item width to 500. Let's save that and refresh. So it looks good, except there are some issues here that we saw with our previous slideshow that was a result of not adding the Flexslider class, including when you hover, the forward and back navigation doesn't show up. So let's add that. So I'll go back to our code, and in our snippet slideshow, I'll add Flexslider, and save it, and refresh. Okay, so now we get our forward back buttons. We also get this white background here, which isn't something that we necessarily wanted. And also, our initial slides seem to have a little extra showing to the right, and we'll see what we can do about that. So let's see where our white background here is coming from. I'll inspect this element, and I'll move all the way up down here until I see a border around what I'm looking for. Okay, so it looks like it's actually probably being pulled in by the Flexslider class. So here's Flexslider, and it has a background with white, so we can uncheck that, and we can also uncheck the border. Okay, and that will give us the clearness here. So we need to add some styles for this snippet slideshow. So now in our code, where would it make sense to put this class? We now have this snippet slideshow class, which seems like it's probably a component in itself. So even though I kind of want to stick this class into the snippet component, I think the more sustainable way is to add a new component partial for snippet slideshow. So I'm gonna jump to my code, and I'll go into Sass components folder, and I'll create a new file. Again, it will have an underscore. We'll call it snippet slideshow.scss. And let's open this up. Again, because of Sass globbing, this is going to be pulled into our CSS automatically. And now let's create a class for our snippet slideshow. And we're gonna set the background on this to none. And we use the shorthand background for that. And then we'll set the border to 0. We'll save this and go to the browser and refresh. Okay, so there we go. Now, I think that if we set the width of our items to a little bit bigger, we'd be able to push the partially visible item here off to the side. So I'm going to figure out where our width is being set here, and I'll play with some sizes. So I'm going up here. So the list item is set to 500 pixels. So if we bump that up to maybe 520, 30, so 30 would work. Now, this is just adjusting the width of this particular list item, so we'd want to split that extra pixels that we added to this one between these two. And so if we're setting the width of each item, it would now be 515. So let's jump to our code and go back to our index.html, and we'll scroll up to our slideshow parameters for Flexslider, and we'll set it to 515 for the item width. We'll save it and refresh in the browser, and here we go. That looks good. And when we hit next, we also see the 2 full snippet items.